out there, and welcome to the Ekklesia Pinnacle Experience Ministries, TPEM. This broadcast is brought to you courtesy of friends and partners of the ministry. God bless you as you watch.
One of the areas that God has, I saw the horn of God exalted, increase, is in the area of relationship and marriage. With all that wealth of experience, I found out that 60 to 70% of relationships trouble, marriage troubles can be solved when a relationship is under authority. Don't take this lightly, what I'm saying. If you don't have somebody that can call, you are in a relationship now. Maybe you are the guy listening to me. You are a problem. You yourself, you are a big problem you don't know. It's easy for you to say, no, I love the Lord. So the Lord is the one that is leading me. Can the Lord call you and say, come? And is that the relationship you sustain, or you are saying that's the relationship you sustain? Ladies, if you do not have a man that a senior man can call and say, what are you doing this weekend? It's okay. We are meeting this weekend. Come with your wife. That's a time bomb. When things begin to go off, all right, that's when you will realize this thing I'm saying is as important as who a lawyer is in your life. You don't know what it is for you to cry in the morning and not have to cry in the evening, simply because you decided for your relationship or your marriage to be under. Marriages have different things have happened because there's no authority. All right, when things are going south, there's nobody that can come and say, Oga. And most men, all right, we raise our shoulder and grandstand. You are a problem if you don't have people that can sit you down and humble you and tell you and say you are not the first person to see a vision, and tell you and say you are not the first person to have a car, and tell you and say you are not the first person to get married. You are not the first person for your wife to have a baby and not have time for you. You are not the first. So sit down and behave yourself. And the guy says, yes, sir, and goes and makes things right in his home. Don't play with those figures. And if you have them, happy are you. Take advantage of them. Are you following me? Are you with me? If a man, I say this again, if a man does not have a pastor, a mentor, I'm not talking of friends, I'm not talking of colleagues. I mean, if a man does not have somebody whose authority he recognizes over his life, stay outside, don't go inside. It is better to be single and under authority than to be married and then there's no authority. Like I said, people have skipped this and said there's no need. After all, we know what we are doing. We are in love. And you can scale. It's okay. It's possible. Because you will point and say, who is Pastor Chris's father in the Lord? Who is who is overseeing Elijah? Who was Elijah? Who, all of that, people just bring out things that because they want to be able to have a point. You may be right, but the day that you will need it, you will now sit back and say, it was worth it to go and dig. A time should come in the body of Christ where part of the credentials for chiking a babe, if that's the right word to use in church, all right, for toasting a babe, is to say, I am fully under the leadership of Apostle Michael Alao. I'm a seal of his apostleship. Go and ask. This thing I'm saying, it happened on parental level. We came and said, oh, our parents are choosing for us. Before you see the girl and you can even get to talk to her. Are you following me? They will ask you to go and bring people in your family to come for vetting. You are not aware? Are you with me?
Sir.
They will ask, from whose house is he? Who is his father? Daddy, I love him. I know you love him. Who is his father? Is his father somebody I can call on the phone? Is his father from a good lineage? Is there all these things are things that people ask? We now began to shift from them. We now came to pastors because pastor likes your tithe and your offering. Pastor wants church to be full. So you think if you go to pastor, you can just manipulate him small. After all, if the pastor doesn't agree, you will go to another pastor. But these are things that parents stamp their foot on. Marriage is a very, very long journey. You cannot go on that journey with love alone. You need wisdom. You need counsel. Say with me, say I hear. You are in a relationship or a marriage. Play this message and let you see. Anyways. When you get married, the first thing you should do after your honeymoon, go catch your cruise. That's acceptable. But after your honeymoon, the next thing you should do is look for mentors. I'm not saying that their pictures will be in your house. I mean that you go to them. Small of your honeymoon money, take it. Buy a pack of fruits or juice or something and go to them and say, we thank God we are back from the moon. We have seen your marriage. We have seen that this is a model we want to go after. We have come for. It's not in the juice. It's that one day the wife will call you and say, 2 years you never born. What is it? She will say, no, we went to this doctor. That woman will lay hands on you and say, the God that made me to put to bed 5 children without CS, that thing comes upon you. You guys don't know how to enter into heritages. And then you take in. And then you wonder what has happened. You came under authority. The day that husband is now coming home late. Husband is now coming home late. 12 o'clock. He said, I was just with the boys. On Sunday, you just stroll into this your mentor's house, this family you are modeling after, and say, this man now, in fact, this is the 6th day that he has come after 12 o'clock. And they say, tell him to come. Until you have somebody that they will say, if he's still sending text message and say, Baba, why you they do like that? You don't have it yet. He says, okay, you people are in Lagos. He said, okay, this Christmas, you are coming to spend Christmas here. You and your wife come. And he says, yes, sir. And then the man tell him and say, when I was 34, I had friends. Now I am 60. I can tell you that the only person that is worth staying with is my wife. I am 34 years older than you. I can tell you that this way you are going, you will not have your children. Your children will not love you because they are not seeing you. And then the man has a think and says, this is a, but when you don't have those figures, you don't have those figures you honor and value, you guys will have to live your life based on trial and error. So should we have 2 kids? Should we have 4 kids? There are some arguments that will be coming up. I stayed late. Don't you know that my work makes me to stay late? All of that is because you don't have a model. And this is why God told us in my family to model a home. Part of what you see and you like is because God told me that's part of the model. If you want to rise, celebrate your wife. So anywhere my wife is, I make sure that she is celebrated everywhere, starting with me. Because I know that she is like a bank of favor. Are you with me? If you go to a bank and you act anyhow, they will tell you to sit at the back, that the machine is not working, network. How many of you have fought with a customer service and then she says, oh, we're having network problems, sir, can you just sit by this side? Has that happened to you before? And she's attending to other people. You go back and say,
Sir.
why won't you people answer? Why won't you people answer me? I will close my account. And she say, oh, sorry, sir. So I've worked in the bank before. Sometimes we are chatting ourselves and saying, no mind this yeye girl, she go suffer today. Are you with me? And they will say, oh, sorry, ma, we sent a mail. I'm just telling you now so that you know. Sorry, ma, we are waiting for a response from your parent bank. And then they waste, because of that attitude you came to. The next time you go, you will be humble, or you will go to another branch. Okay, I know I'm not talking about you, because you are just Angel Gabriel's first child. You've not had issues in the bank before. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So 1 hour
Yes, sir.
of quality rebuke, Bible study, and restructuring put that relationship back. May the Lord supply you. Listen, it's not just us that are trying to build a model home. You must subscribe. You must subscribe. Part of why my life is an open book is not because I want to show you my encounters or I want to show you how good I'm doing on this thing. No. It's so that you can pick up on things and say, this is what we want to begin to do. In my relationship, are you with me? Weekly, I prayed with my wife and had communion with her. Weekly. There are times I will tell her, let us fast. Let us fast for our children. Let us fast for our lives. She worked in a bank, so she can be dragging nose and be dragging, Ogbeni, let us fast. Let us pray. So you are in a relationship now. All you are doing is, have you eaten? Are you okay? Have you eaten? Oh, I love you. Oh, let us try. Let us do this. Let us go to, let's go and have dinner. Let me wear this sexy dress. You went to school in the night. You don't even know what you are doing. You don't know what you are doing. So let me give you an assignment I've given before. If you are in a relationship, even if you are not in one, so this is the cadre now, the class. Tonight, God just wants to instruct us again. If you are not in a relationship, or you are in one, or you are already married, brothers and sisters, take a notebook today. Now, to show you how the marriage and relationship in the institute has been so attacked by Satan, I bet you will not be able to write 10 model marriages. I want you to write 10 model marriages that you see and you value, you like. All right? That's the first thing. Please listen to what I'm saying. 10. God told me to write 14. I couldn't write past 2. Then God said, the reason why I gave you this assignment is because I want you to be one. I want it to be easy for people to know what a relationship and marriage is. Do you subscribe? I said I subscribe. That was the day he gave me a dealing in my relationship that I'm grateful to God for. He now said, to if I tell you, you will think that, let me not talk. All right. But when God is restricting you, that small touching you used to do before, when God now comes and says, no more, it's because he wants to make you a model. So write 10 relationships. All right, or 10 marriages. It should be 10 marriages because every relationship should lead to marriage. So even if you are not married, write 10 marriages, all right, that you model. Then write 10 that are around you. You can still pick from these 10, but the ones that are closer to you, that are a phone call away, a city away, within your city, in your church, I want you to write them down. Now, if you are able to get up to 5, I want you to look. If you're able to get up to 5, I want you to pick 3 out of those 10. So the truth is, you may not get up to 10. If you get up to 10, that's fine. But if you are able to get up to 5, pick 3 of those couples and find out if they have any materials on marriage. So get those 3 that are around you and make a plan this month. That's if you are serious. So, there are some people that just hear instruction and say, oh yeah, what he said is true. I'm working on it. If you are serious, that will be your assignment this night. And then make plans this month. Buy a card. Just do something, all right? And go to these couples and say, I want to submit my relationship to this thing. I want you guys to be mentors to us. We want to, there is something we have seen, we are looking for, and we want to be able to remodel what you are modeling. They don't have to be pastors. Are you with me? They just have to have what you are looking for. Are we together? I say it again. They don't have to be pastors. They just need to have, you just see that this one's Kai, there's no, they are able to keep up. They are friends. Maybe you want friendship in your marriage. That's where to go. You see that these ones, there is respect. Both of them respect each other. That is where to go. You see that these ones are on fire. Your own, there is no fire at all, is water. These ones are on fire for Jesus. They love Jesus. That's where to go. You have to be deliberate about this list you are about to write.
Thank you for watching this broadcast, which was brought to you courtesy of friends and partners of the Ekklesia Pinnacle Experience Ministries. If you have been blessed by our broadcasts, ministrations, or programs, kindly send your testimonies to the email address on display. For counseling, prayers, and ministerial invitations, reach out to the administrative office through the phone number on your screen. WhatsApp messages only. Don't forget to follow our page on Facebook and Twitter, TPM Global. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Ekklesia Pinnacle Experience Ministries. Join us on our Telegram channel every Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 9 p.m. for a wonderful time in God's presence. God bless you.